Hello, welcome to Studies in Theatre MOOC program. The lecture for today is titled Writing in Theatre. Students, this is a very unique component of this program. Plays that are written well, they last long. Films that are written well, they last long in public memory. It's a script that is the protagonist in performance space. It's a writing that creates magic. But how do we do this writing? We never talk about it. We never think of it as a component in a course. That's why this is a unique aspect of this course, and I'm taking you forward today to understand what is this about. Anais Nin, the French-American diarist and essayist, said, "We write to taste life twice, in the moment and in retrospect." This sentiment encapsulates the essence of writing in theatre. It allows us to immerse ourselves in performances, to reflect on them, and to share our insights with others. So it's the quote by this French-American diarist, an essayist, who says that we write to taste life twice. One is in the moment that we have lived, and one is in the retrospect. So writing is a reliving of reality when the writing is being done. It gives us an immersive experience where we get time to reflect on certain experiences once again and to definitely share our insights with others. In the realm of theatre, writing serves as a transformative tool, allowing us to experience performances, characters, narratives in profound ways. It serves as the backbone of storytelling and character development. Stories are told, but for that to be kept for always, that telling is documented in the form of writing. And writing is so important that it can retain the telling aura also. It can create that telling aura also. Writing in theatre offers us the opportunity to delve into the essence of human experience, to see beyond the surface and uncover layers of meaning and insight. Through writing, we deepen our understanding of the work that theatre performs. We dissect the nuances of performances, analyze the themes, characters, and staging choices, and articulate our interpretations to others. Whether you are an aspiring playwright, director, or theatre enthusiast, understanding the fundamentals of writing is essential for engaging with the with and appreciating the theatre art. So this is the premise that makes me talk to you, makes me signify that writing must be taken seriously for all those who are studying theatre. Sometimes it is not just for your own purpose that you are reading writing in theatre as an academic discipline, but it is also for the sake of understanding the journey and the behind the scene story of those people whose writings you have read and admired. Because when we take a glance at what happens in the making of that process, what happens during that process, then we are able to look at the end product as a very beautiful juncture, as a very beautiful experience. And sometimes we can understand it better. In the intricate tapestry of theatre, writing stands as a cornerstone, weaving together the threads of storytelling, emotion, and human experience. Just as a playwright wields a pen to breathe life into characters and craft compelling narratives, Writing in theatre serves as the vessel through which stories are told and emotions are conveyed. At its essence, writing in theatre transcends mere words on a page. It is the catalyst for exploration, reflection, and transformation. Through the written word, playwrights capture the essence of human existence, exploring the themes of love, loss, hope, redemption with depth and nuance. Writing in theatre allows us to delve into the complexities of the human condition, to grapple with existential questions, and to shine a light in the myriad facets of our shared humanity. So, writing is significant for all these reasons, the reasons that are visible in front of you. In its essence, it transcends the exploration, reflection, and transformation of humanity, human experience, and human world order. It is also important because the emotions that are in vital form present in our actions, they convert into nuances when they are written about. So for all these reasons, let us look at how we can go ahead with writing. The basics of playwriting are: playwriting is like being the architect of a story where every word is a brick in the structure of a play. So, when you are writing a play, it means that you are creating a monument, you are creating a structure, and in that structure, what is the brick? The brick is your words. Each word is one stone or one brick that you pile up one by one to create a layer of layer that can look like a wall, and those walls will make building complete rooms, structures, etc. Writing is like a puzzle where the pieces fit together to create a world on stage. A play consists of various elements, including the plot, characters, dialogue, and setting, each playing a crucial role in captivating the audience. The plot is the roadmap of the story, guiding characters through challenges and conflicts and resolutions. Characters breathe life into the play, representing different perspectives, emotions, and journeys that resonate with the audience. Dialogue is the heartbeat of the play, revealing the thoughts, feelings, and relationships of characters and driving the narrative forward. So you have character, you have plot, you have characters, you have dialogue, you have setting, and all these are fundamentals of playwriting. They are, first of all, the fundamentals of writing the play. Aristotle has given a lot of do's and don'ts about these, but these do's and don'ts need to be understood in a perspective. They need to be understood in a certain sphere of experience, at a level of ideation. Then you can understand why he recommended the unity, or why people violated the unity, why there are certain things which have remained today, why certain things have gone off from the plays. It is not just the outer world that impacts the making of a play. It is the writing, the inner world of a writer's artistic worldview, his artistic caliber, his or her artistic temperament that also defines plays, theatre. So, characters breathe life into the play. They are very important aspects of play. They represent different perspectives, emotions, and journeys that resonate with the audience. If there are no characters, how will the audience know what is happening in the plot? How will you execute the plot? Dialogue is such an important aspect of writing, of play, that without dialogue we cannot have a play. We can have sub plays which have no dialogues. There are silences, but those silences are also to be exchanged. Those pauses are also to be felt and realized. and that is also a dialogic pattern. So you need to understand that whether it's setting which provides the backdrop for the story, transporting the audience to different places and times, or it's a different setting, the dramatic setting of the play, or anything. All these are fundamentals, and any aspiring playwright must take them as craft, must deal with them as craft. Only then a playwright can be able to activate the attention of audiences and will inspire them. So let us move on. Understanding structure and format in playwriting. So the structure of a play is its skeleton, providing the framework upon which the story hangs. A well-structured play typically follows a format that includes acts and scenes and dialogue, allowing for the seamless progression of the narrative. uh, Structure of a play is a skeleton. It is covered, it is some kind of thing where story is there, but you need to add lot of things in order to make that structure complete. And it is the storyline which requires dialogues, scenes, acts in order to be fulfilled. The acts in a play, they serve as the major divisions where you divide your action. Sometimes you can have 5-act plays, that is a very classical style of writing plays. You can also have 3-act plays, you can have 1-act plays, you can have short plays, skits. So these are the different plays which are written with the help of these divisions, the junctures, the moments, and acts divide them. Each sometimes an act can have more than one scene, so there are a series of scenes inside the act, and they are, each scene is contributing in the overall development of a plot. Scenes represent individual moments or interactions between characters, each contributing to the overarching storyline. So scenes have, each scene has one action. It is like one paragraph in a text. A paragraph has its unity. A scene has its unity. It talks about one particular event, one particular action, and there are many scenes means many actions, and each are contributing to the storyline. Dialogues are the spoken words exchanged between characters. They are formatted to convey meaning, emotion, and intention, guiding actors in their performances. So, if there are no dialogues, the actors will have to create their own dialogues, and sometimes actors do create their own dialogues. But if you are doing a very structured kind of a play and there has to be a story told, so you cannot just rely on creating dialogues on the spur of moment. Dialogues have to be given to the actors in order to create a play in its good form, in a complete form. Stage directions provide instructions for actors, directors. They are required, but they are not necessary. Sometimes you can do away with the many new playwrights, they don't write. The contemporary playwriting does not follow providing the stage directions, because stage direction sometimes restricts a new director or somebody who wants to make changes in it. So it can be done away with depending on the necessity or the choice of the playwright. So adherence to traditional format is important, but playwrights also have the freedom. I have been telling you about the different kinds of experiments that are happening in theatre. So, tweaking one or the other as prominent aspect of play or making some changes here and there depends on the playwright. By mastering the nuances of structure and format, playwrights can craft narratives that engage, entertain, and inspire audiences, creating memorable experiences that resonate long after the final curtain call. So it's the overall impact of everything put together that makes a play memorable. Now here is an example to show the title, the list of characters, the cast, act, scene, setting, stage direction, names of the characters and dialogue. So you can see the number one is the title of the play, The Tragedy of Romeo and Juliet. Then number two is the playwright's name. Number three is the list of characters. And number 4 is the cast. So you name the character and you name the cast who will be doing it. Then you have the details of which act is this, which scene is this. Then you give the setting. It is in Verona, a public place. Then you give the stage direction. Uh, enter Samson and Gregory with swords and bucklers of the house of Capulet. So this is the direction. Now sometimes some people can write more directions, like what are they wearing, what color are they wearing, what is their temperament, and what age do they look like, what region do they look like. Some people, some playwrights like to give those kinds of or maybe it is a requirement of a particular play where you can make it more elaborate. Then the name of the character, Samson, and the dialogue that he speaks. So these are the components that should be visible on a play, in a play when a person is writing a particular play. Then the next is tips for developing compelling characters. See, I am trying to provide you everything that I am speaking on the screen. It's not for any other purpose, but for the sake of your notes, you're helping you that instead of giving it a transcript, everything is on the screen. You can pause it and you can watch it, understand it, read it carefully. So creating characters is like breathing life into the world of the play, giving it depth, complexity, and humanity. Think of your characters as individuals with their own unique personalities, motivations, and flaws, each driving the narrative forward in their own way. So think of the characters. When you are writing a character, don't just think that this is a romantic character, this is a tragic character, this is a funny character, this is an old character, this is a young character, this is a child character, this is male, this is female. These are very basic kind of identities of characters. More than this is who that person is, what has this person's journey, what has that person's aim in life, why does he figure in your play, what do you want him to do for the play. So these are, a character should have flaws, some motivations, some personality traits, some good things, some good bad things. It is significant to write characters with which people are connected at a layered level, and he or she becomes more humane for you to take forward. So background, experiences, aspirations, and to delve into their past, like if you are developing a character of a teacher, if you are developing a character of a doctor, you need to know about the life of such people, you need to know about what happens in their lives. Now these are very common professions, but there are some professions which are not very common, like maybe you do not belong to that particular exposure. So you will have to find out and do a bit in order to write that. Consider their relationships with other characters, exploring the dynamics and tensions that shape their interactions and drive the plot. So how their relationship with other characters is. You need to explore that dynamics and the tensions that shape their interactions, and will that drive the plot further or not. Give them certain goals and desires that propel them through the story, creating conflicts and obstacles, and their belief systems and value systems are clashing with it. So it gives them some goals, that makes the audience interested in a character's journey. If they are just going on a story which is just linear and has not much action in it, or has not much to say, then that kind of character does not attract the attention of the audience. Complexity of human emotions is very important. So make your characters be a package of some emotions which are multiple, like joy, sorrow, love, anger, jealousy. Linear or flat characters are also required, but It's always challenging to write the characters who have various facets to their personality. Then make the characters relatable and authentic by having, maybe quirks, mannerisms, idiosyncrasies, like, how people talk, how people walk, how people sit. They have their slangs, they have their pauses, they have their tongue twisters. So in so many ways you can make them relatable. Then characters should grow and evolve in the course of the play, and they must have some transformative journey and reflect the themes and messages of the story. So one should not be afraid of taking the risks and push the boundaries. Characters can be experimented with, so don't be scared of that. New perspectives should always be tried. Don't just go for tried and tested formula because they do not have freshness. It's the originality of your ideas that creates characters who are fresh. So investing time and care into the development of your characters, you can create rich multidimensional personas that resonate with the audience and bring your play to life in unexpected way. Now we move to crafting engaging dialogues. How should we write dialogues? This is another aspect. Dialogues are the heartbeat, as I've already spoken. Effective dialogue is a dance between characters, with each line revealing layers of emotions, subtext, and conflict. So, some kind of a repartee, it's some kind of a duel that the characters are participating in. They are dancing together, or they have something to share, they have something to experience. So, dialogues which are engaging the two characters are more interesting. When crafting dialogues, strive for authenticity and naturalness. Dialogues should not be made up of those cliched expressions which everyone is speaking. Like, for example, people generally say, why don't you do this? Let me explain it. This looks like an expression which millions of people are using at the same moment. So you could think of some other expression which looks natural, and that is this naturalness makes people understand that this character is really real. He or she exists somewhere in this world, or or the audience is meeting for somebody for the first time. So capturing the rhythms and nuances of everyday speech, you should also be observant when you are a playwright. How people walk, how people speak, how people use different kinds of words, how people have innovations in their speech, in their expressions. That observation will help you a lot. Consider the power dynamics at play in your scenes, with characters using language to assert dominance, negotiate conflicts, or reveal vulnerability. So, different power dynamics in the play. Somebody is powerful, somebody is less powerful, somebody is important in the play, somebody is less important in the play. All these dynamics are to be used in the play. Think of how you will make your dialogues appear, represent those dynamics. So conflicts, vulnerability, dominance, or powerlessness, for that you need to be aware of registers, slangs. Show, don't tell. Okay, dialogues is all about showing, not telling. So you don't have to interject as a narrator in between. Rather, make your dialogues work for your agenda in the play as a playwright. Use dialogue to reveal character traits. You want a character to be exposed. You want people to know a certain character's weakness. You can do it through dialogues. You don't have to explain it in brackets. You don't have to give explanation about characters. So this is the beauty of drama, which is where the dialogues work for the wonders. Then the importance of pacing and rhythm in dialogues, with pauses, interruptions, silences, that add textures, that add aura to the theatre performance of those dialogues. It should be one different pace, and silences are there, pauses are there. This gives profoundness to your scenes. Again, try to use language innovatively. play with tone, dialect, idioms, make characters distinct from each other with the help of the language that they are using, the dialect that they are using, etc. Don't be always very defensive, or don't always choose for the safe side to represent these kinds of things. Be mindful of exposition and information dumping, avoiding dialogue that feels forced or contrived in favor of subtler ways of conveying backstory and context. So dialogues should not look like bombarded or forced just to convey some information. It should be very nuanced, it should be very organic. Even if you want to drop an information through dialogue, keep that in mind. So these are some methods in which your characters can be very good when they speak these dialogues, and your characters will be empowered and they will have a lot of strength, because it's the language that is very powerful, the powerful language that makes the characters very impactful. This is an example of how different pauses and dashes are used. You can see that in this play. Would you rather put it off for a few days? I asked. Oh, it isn't about that. At least he fumbled with a series of beginnings. Why, look here, old sport, you don't make much money, do you? So there are two dashes to show speech being interrupted. And that creates the character's personality the moment this dash is there. Even while reading, we should be very careful of it. We should understand its value. While performing, of course, we can see, and while writing also, we must create these kinds of things. Not very much. This seemed to reassure him, and he continued more confidently. I thought you didn't, if you will pardon my, you see, I carry on a little business on the side, a little sideline, if you understand. And I thought that if you don't make very much, you are selling bonds, aren't you, old sport? Now, use of a distinctive idiomatic catchphrase, old sport, old man, darling, come on, that kind of expression makes it catchphrase. So this is a very interesting example of that. I will give the source of where I have taken it from at the end of the lecture. Then these are some exercises that you can utilize for practicing playwriting. Writing is a craft, and all crafts can be imbibed and sharpened and enriched with the help of practice and some exposure. So playwriting is no exception, that it can improve with practice. Playwriting or any creative writing, although is creative process where things come out in a very extempore manner, fresh manner, but every every product created through extempore efforts or creative outburst needs some kind of chiseling out, needs some kind of polishing out in order to be more sharp and more impactful for those who will watch it and will receive it. So attend character workshops, create detailed character profiles for your protagonists, antagonists and supporting characters. Explore their backgrounds, motivations, relationships to uncover their complexities. So sit down, have a workshop where you can create detailed character profiles for your protagonists. Think about them. Discuss how this character can be. You should have a workshop for in your own mind with somebody or with your own self, with your pen and paper, with your computer. Sit down and think of how you can create this character with the help of various discussions. Then have dialogue drills. This is a very important exercise. Write dialogue-only scenes between characters to practice capturing their unique voice and dynamics. Focus on subtext, tone and pacing to convey emotion and advance the plot. Look at how, when there is just dialogues in the play without any stage directions, without any explanation, how this dialogue will give pace or advancement to the story and will help the plot. Then another activity is plot mapping. Outline the plot of your play, identifying key events, Conflicts and turning points. Experiment with different narrative structures to find the most compelling way to tell your story. So, create an outline, find out what are the key events and what are the conflicts, what are the turning points, what is a twist in the tale, and different kinds of narrative structures can be used where you think is the best for your stories to be converted into this plot. Use writing prompts. Writing prompts is another practice for playwriting to spark inspiration and explore new ideas, whether it's a word, phrase or image. Let your imagination run wild and see where it takes you. So these are some exercises that you can use, because playwriting prompt is like, write a scene that give a word to an actor and look at how this can be performed. So this prompts is to look at how small moments in the play are very helpful for us and how they can be used for the main action of the play. Further on, scene studies. Analyze scenes from your favorite plays, dissecting their structure, dialogue and character development. Identify techniques used by other playwrights and consider how you can apply them to your own work. We often look at a written play as a complete product, as a piece of literature which is complete in itself. You need to find out you need to read between the lines, not just for the meaning, but you need to read for the technique of how this dialogue must have been created, how this structure must have been created. Because with your favorite playwrights, it's easy because you are inspired by them, you are motivated by them, they are very good playwrights. So that will give you a very good idea. So study the scenes very closely for their technicalities. Then collaborative projects. Team up with other writers, actors or directors to collaborate on new play. Share ideas, provide feedback and pool your talents to bring your collective vision to life. So see, playwriting is not a process where you sit in an ivory tower and write something and then get out of that room once you have done the play. Playwriting is always an inclusive process where we exchange ideas, notes, discuss, debate, argue, give prompts and take prompts and then reach on a certain conclusion. So collaborative projects can always be very fruitful in writing plays. Revision and rewriting is very significant aspect of playwriting. Embrace the process of revision, revisiting your drafts with a critical eye and making necessary changes to strengthen your storytelling. Remember, writing is rewriting. All writing that is good is the result of many rewritings. They appear to be fresh, they appear to be constructed in just one go, but a lot of effort has been put into by rewriting and rewriting to make something appear as a fresh piece of spontaneous overflow. So understand this process, that there is no shame in rejecting your own work. Be critical when you are writing. Workshop feedback. Participate in writing workshops or reading groups to receive constructive feedback on your work. Workshop is a very important training module pattern. You can create your own workshop styles. Sit with your friends, with your colleagues, with your seniors, with your juniors, with some experts, whoever is available, and try to use their ideas. Let them read what you have written, or you read what they have written, or write together and exchange it. Listen to different perspectives and be open to suggestions for improvement. So daily writing habit is a significant thing, because when you write daily, you are able to transport, or I must say that you should be able to translate the observations that you have done in the entire day in the form of words on a page, and then you become habitual. You become trained into translating what you see, what you feel, what you observe in the form of words on the pages. So writing has to be a habit. Write daily. It setting aside dedicated time each day to work on your play. Consistency is key to making progress and refining your craft. So you have to be consistent, you have to continuously keep on doing this. This is another example that can be used in scene study exercise, because this has all those messages, all those points that I have raised. You can pause and look closely and read it. Then these are the recommended websites for playwriting resources. Playwright Center, it is a hub for playwrights at all stages of their careers, offering script development opportunities, workshops and networking events. New Play Exchange, an online platform where playwrights can share and discover new works, connect with producers and access scripts for reading and production. Stage Milk, a valuable resource for playwrights offering articles, guides and exercises. Similarly, these are the other links that you can use. You can search them on the web resources, and they help you in learning to write plays and assist you also in what you have written, editing, revising, giving responses. These are more websites. How Round Theatre Commons, a digital platform for theatre makers to share their ideas, resources and perspectives on contemporary theatre practice and advocacy. Writer's Digest, while not to specific theatre, but this is a Writer's Digest. It helps you in writing. You can also go for writing, seeking their help in any kind of writing. Then online writing communities are also very helpful. Websites like Reddit or Playwriting, Facebook groups and writing forums provide opportunities to connect with other playwrights, budding playwrights, young playwrights, amateurs, and share your work and receive your feedback. Then workshops and webinars are also offered by many organizations. Participate in playwriting intensive workshop, scene study workshop, strengthen your writing with compelling scenes. How Round Theatre Commons and Writer's Digest, they often host offline events also. So these are some methods. Then script writing software are also available. CeltX, Final Draft, Scrivener. Although these are good options, but I must advise you to begin with your own hands and with your own mind to start writing. Then only you will be able to utilize these tools or software tools in a much fruitful way. Otherwise, you will never be able to understand the nuances that are there, and maybe you will not have those impactful products finally prepared. So these are some websites. Otherwise, you can use your own inputs. This is the kind of example, an excerpt of a script. So somebody posted it on Reddit, and they were seeking some suggestions. So I'm giving you samples of how people are sharing their work and trying to seek opinions from the different kinds of people present all around the globe. These are the pictures, sources that I have used. You can also take them and access them. So this is for today. I hope that you have enjoyed this particular opening session of how to write plays. It's a long series, and we'll have more discussions in detail, students. So have patience. You will learn very good things in the lectures to come about writing. That's it for now. Thank you very much.